don't know what it is about smoking cigars that triggers me to make a video, but here we are. Well, I know what it is. It's just kind of like what I did when I was in sober living, so now it's like, yeah, I don't know. So I got this mini cigar, which is real nice for me because I don't always feel like smoking the whole one. But, hi. Well, first off, I should just I try to make playlists for categories for what I do because I got no idea is anything, so I want to like specify whatever, and I realize I make so many cigar videos, like the short that I just did about this one, that I'm just remembering now to make a playlist of that, but like, I'm gonna let that go for now and just do this video. Before I do that, my mind's all, oh man, you forgot that, you gotta do it. But it's not a pressing thing, and it's a fucking playlist. It's really no big deal. Just me, this is something I need to tell myself. Anyway, yeah, my day's been aight so far. I got motivation all of a sudden to work on stuff. Once again, drink too much caffeine again, but like I don't know. I have faith in myself. I'll figure that out. I don't see myself drinking none tomorrow, but at least less than I did today. I'm trying for at the most drink half as much as I did today. Preferably none, but caffeine withdrawals are a bitch. Yeah. And also, I was in this weird state of anxiety, but I just kind of went with it. I mean, I still am right now. I still am in that state right now. Like, my voice is never high, but it's higher than it would normally be. You know, right now it's like, right? But like, I don't know, I pushed past it. I did some things. It wasn't really anything a big deal. It was just going to the store, fucking, you know, get some Culvers, you know, just getting out of the house a little bit, you know, and then I'd talk to Ken about whatever, and I just wasn't in my head so much, despite the fact that I should be, because I'm in this state of like, oh my god, you know, I was thinking about the way I talk, thinking whatever. I just wasn't. It was nice. It's really, hi. It was nice. It's been real nice. An interesting journal entry. I actually want to keep writing that one. I don't know how much of it I would talk about here, but interesting stuff I've kind of touched on before, but I want to be able to touch on more now. But yeah, I said that right. Yeah, I definitely want to finish that entry. It's usually something like, do the entry in the morning, don't do it, and just move on with your day, so you're not too whatever about it. But this is one I feel like I need to like keep doing, especially because I think it's just like, yeah, it's not even a page, so yeah, just keep working on that. I was gonna put my bookshelf up, but then I fucked it up, and I was like, fuck it up, because you don't have to hang it up. You can leave it on a shelf or something like that. I just tried to put it on the wall, and I fucked it up because I've never really done it with at least nothing that big before. But whatever, it's not a huge deal. I got over it pretty quickly. I've been meaning to read The Hobbit. I've never even watched those movies. And as far as the Lord of the Rings book, I got it for really cheap, for like not even like, it's like $15 for all 4 of those books. So I want to read that. I'm going to read the other ones. I had only read 2 Towers in my entire life. I've watched the movies, I watched the extended whatever, but I've only read the second book, and there are differences. So, you know, and I love the movies though, but like, yeah. Just throwing that out there. I just want to get to that. Mainly The Hobbit, because like I said, I didn't even watch the movie, so I don't even know the story of The Hobbit, so that'll be nice to start reading. It's so ridiculous that they try to make that in the 3 movies though, because it's shorter than the other books. It's not by much, but it's shorter than like the average like book for the trilogy. It's just like, okay, don't know why they. I mean, it's definitely a Hollywood move of like spreading shit out and having multiple parts, and you know, you can make more money that way. It's fucking stupid. I have seen clips, and I do not like the CGI orcs. I don't like that. I know that's a big complaint anyway. I knew that before I even saw any of it, but like, yeah. Smaug, however you pronounce it, he looks pretty cool. But I've heard that's a great highlight to those movies. Is him, Benedict Cumberbatch as him. Sorry, I'm still in that state, like my jaw's tight and everything. I'm still in an anxious state. I think it's important to not try to hide that though. You know, I just get like that sometimes. Yeah, but yeah. So my day hasn't been super eventful so far. I didn't get out of bed till like noon, but I was trying to get out of bed at 10 because I have been getting better at that. You know, because I got to adjust to this schedule again. Yeah, let me see if okay. I had to because you know I was in LA and that's 3 hours beforehand. It's Ohio here. I don't know if I mentioned that. I live in Ohio. So I gotta adjust to that. The reason I didn't get out of bed at 10, even though I woke up at 10, is because fucking Callie wanted to be super cuddly in my bed. So I just kind of let it happen. But, and I also kind of as usual, let things kind of bleed over from the previous day when I shouldn't have. This is a terrible camera angle, I think. I don't know. I'm not gonna move it. Yeah, kind of just like some anxiety I was having about the previous day, but normally it's like don't give up and just go straight to bed, you know, figure it out. But it did help that I just like, oh fuck it, I'm going to bed. And because I did, a lot of the shit faded away, and you know, I came to realize what I already knew, that I was just making stuff up just to be whatever, you know, just to have an issue, which I think is what helped me through the day, because I just knew that was going to happen regardless. You know, like I'm not, especially when I get back into the things I really want to do, there's going to be a real shaky leg period. And I'm not going to be like on top of it, or I'm not going to feel like I am. I might be, but I just won't feel it. But whatever, we'll move on. You know, it's real nice. It's a new brand too. To me it tastes similar to the Romeo y Julieta. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but the ones I normally get is Monte Cristo. Classic series. But I said like so many times in that short I made about this. God. Culver's root beer is really good. I mean, Culver's is good in general, but they have a specific, like, they have their own brand root beer, unlike their other drinks they have, which is like, yeah, Coke product. I'm pretty sure it's Coke products. I just get the root beer. Root beer is really good. It's their own root beer. It's not like Barks or anything like that. It's their own root beer. It's definitely one of the better ones I've had at a restaurant. I really like it. I surprisingly, I haven't tried the float. I'm shocked by that. I'm shocked that I haven't done that. Yeah, not too much drama going on with me. There is with other people. I really don't feel like going into that. I'm doing the best I can with, you know, not taking out other people's shit, even though I'm not gonna say it doesn't have anything. It has something to do with me, but not really. It's really not my problem, but it's an issue that stemmed. I started it, in a sense. It's not my fault. The things that are happening right now to my brother and shit like that, you know, it's this person that's fucking with him's fault for being a fucking idiot. You know, not like I didn't do anything wrong when I knew this person, but, you know, because one of the people is actually the main person I hurt when I was drinking. But, like, and I don't want to be like, oh, just get over it because I've gotten over it. I don't want to say that because obviously they were hurt and I wasn't. Well, actually, I was hurt. So I won't go into that, but shit. Yeah, she can be a special one. It's sorry, bunch of cigar fucking fanatics probably see me do it that way and probably see something wrong with it. I breathed in a little bit. Yeah, I've been meaning to get back to working out. I have not done that lately. Feel a little bad for it, but at the same time I feel like I needed this just reprieve or whatever you want to call it before I go back into work. Yeah. I guess I didn't have too much to talk about. I say that, and then there always ends up being something to talk about. I don't know. It's been weird being back here, but it's been good. It 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 it, a lot of feelings I feel still trigger like over dramatized feelings, as in the bad feelings honestly feel worse here than they did back in LA, but also being home, the good feelings feel better. It definitely helps that I have these little dudes around. Hi, buddy, my little kitties. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like I want to move to a different place one day, but where I'm at is the most cost efficient. I did not buy that. That is something I inherited. I'm not spending money on a bunch of like. I want to say, yeah. There's one, two, three. I could count them sitting right there. The I have a bunch of other guitars, but like, yeah. But the ones in rotation, the acoustic guitar and the three electric guitars. Only one of those I bought. Yeah, and the bass Kent bought. So, and they're all pretty decent. I don't know why I'm losing it. It's a little annoying. Anyway, yeah. I This was supposed to be an update video, but there wasn't really much to update about. Well, I mean, I guess I'm focusing too much on the stuff I've been doing instead of the way I've been feeling. The way I've been feeling lately, it's just, it has been kind of off. And like guilt for not, taking this week I have off before I go to work to like be productive on something here. It's like, just chill out, man. Just fucking like, just chill out. And part of that is like, some of it is like, I know I've been chilling. I know I've in a way been chilling out more than I would like to because of the fact that like I have to because I've been over caffeinating, and as a result of when I get to a point of caffeination, doing stuff actually makes it worse. When I do stuff, I get when I do a lot of stuff when I've been drinking like too much caffeine, I'll get it overwhelmed and anxiety, and then the extreme level of anxiety will turn to just frustration and anger, and I'll break stuff and shit like that. I mean, I don't have anger issues like I did because I have better coping mechanisms now, but still, like, so it was clearly me like avoiding things, avoiding feelings, and it's just being like, oh, I know if I over caffeinate, I have a perfect excuse to sit around and just do nothing. But, that was a necessary thing for me to, like, go through. Definitely. And I just feel better today. I don't know. Like, I feel better about myself as I am. Yes, I want to be better than what I am right now, and I will continue to work to that, but I don't feel as bad about the version of me that I currently am. It's not even just the whole look on the positive side, it's like it's just about being present, being present with it no matter what it is. And sure, a lot of this issue has been with the say over caffeinated shit like that. It's just like it's kind of self-inflicted, but being like still being it's like if I'm fine the way I am right now, I can handle pretty much anything. It is a little annoying because of the stress that I put myself through, because of the fucking overcaffeination shit like that. Face gets tight. I have all these forehead wrinkles as a result. I mean, it's a normal thing for guys to kind of, at a certain age, have that. But like, yeah, it's weird. It's like specifically the forehead. Like everything else is fine, but then my forehead's like super like, got all the yeah. I don't know if I ate enough before smoking this. Started to get a little lightheaded. Whoops. I literally just had the one meal today. Yeah. No, yeah. This is, like I said, this is a terrible fucking angle. But, yeah. Yeah, that's me today. That's That's where I'm at today. You know, I needed to get to a point where I wasn't beating myself up so much for not doing anything, even though I was kind of forcing myself to not like to have. It was weirdly like me forcing myself to have excuses not to do things, but I was viewing it as me running away from things instead of being like, hey, you're doing this because you're like trying to like jumpstart a reason to like not do anything because you know you shouldn't really be stressing yourself out so much. So it's like I've come full circle to this point of being like fine, like okay, all right. I don't know. I just put myself through enough these past few days to understand. I don't know if I want to say where my limits are, but like just to I put it down for a second. Just you know to be fine. Just what's that? Just be fine. Just being me. You know, I am me. I am not the best shape right now physically. I am not in the. I'm not even in the best shape mentally, even after all the constant. But let's say the constant therapy or whatever. But like the reason I'm not in the best shape mentally is because I was kind of like, you know, being hard for having bad days after I left. Even though I know the realistic truth of it, I'm still sitting there with that default of thinking like I need to be just better. Period. Now. But the point of the whole rehab thing is all these learning all these skills and like coping mechanisms to just deal with your daily life. And sometimes those days aren't gonna be great. So I don't know. It's just I've like given myself trials these past few days, but been very good at like I don't want to say fighting myself because that's just the thing I don't want to do is fight myself. But like I'm just better at, I don't know, I'm just better at dealing, better at coping, better. I'm just better. I'm not, but I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nowhere to go but up, essentially. Hi, buddy. Yeah. And, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like just doing the chilling out, talking to a camera thing, and sometimes I definitely put too much pressure to have something profound to say when sometimes the best thing to say is just or not. Sometimes it's cool just to chill, you know, because like that's what I always liked about old-fashioned YouTube is just people just making videos just to make them, you know. We've kind of lost that, you know. A lot of YouTube these days overly produced and shit like that and all this kind of shit. And like, even though I do have the things I want to have overly produced or whatever, you know, I like my album and stuff like that. But like, still have these low effort videos that's just like I'm just chilling. People like them. The few subscribers, it's not very many people, but there are people that come to my channel and definitely let me know that, what I'm doing is, they like it, there aren't enough people that just do what I'm doing right now. And yes, a lot of times it's just me rambling, yeah. Speaking of rambling, well, I guess, yeah, there's this weird thing when I lit this up that I feel like every time I need to smoke a cigar, I need to be all cool about it. I need to be clear-headed and just chill, right? Like, I'm not allowed to have my thoughts while I'm, it's not just cigar. It's like anything I'm doing that's a normal act that people do when they're cool with everything, or it seems like it. And I'm not cool with everything right now. I don't want to say I'm spiraling. I was, but like I just kind of like I am. I don't know. I'm not content by any means, but like I'm feeling better about. Yeah, I've said it a million times. It's right here, right now. About I just feel better about being. About just existing, being present, chilling. Just existing. I guess that's what I want to say. I'm more fine with just existing as opposed to constantly needing to be. I don't know. I don't know what I want to call it. I'm not fronting. I'm not performing as much as I would have before. which is good. There was a period of time there I was not performing at all. I was actually doing like videos regularly like this back in the day, but then I got in my head about it, all this kind of stuff. This stuff happened in my life, and for whatever reason, I was not embarrassed to show it, but just kind of like, I don't know, I wasn't sure of me, and as a result, everything I did was bad somehow. Doing this was bad. Making music was bad. Playing video games, working out even, it's all like, all of a sudden it was tainted. Like, I wasn't allowed to be me anymore because I have been wrong about a few things about myself and about life. All of a sudden, I had this all or nothing mindset that I was wrong about everything. So it's, getting back up and just kind of like, figuring out, I don't know, just one day at a time. Yeah. Like I said, like, I just went and made the video. This video, instead of just being like, I mean, I wasn't thinking too much before. It still always was just a me talking type thing, but it was like, I let myself relatively get to a point where I could just turn it on. This was one of those cases of just go. And my issues didn't disappear. I'm still anxious as fuck. In fact, I'm like peak anxiety right now as I'm talking to you.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm doing better. I feel like, I mean, I forget what my last video was about, but there was a lot of me being hard on myself. And yes, it is like, it's go time now type shit, but like, I was too much like thinking that meant, super intensity, whatever, instead of being like, what it should mean by it's go time. It means it's time to apply everything, and that's what I meant before. But I was like taking it too far, instead of just being like, the way you apply everything, the way they teach you is just, in the rehab and stuff like that, it's just one day at a time. And it's as simple as that. It's a simple program for complicated people. I forget what that was in reference to when someone told me that. I think it was just rehab in general. They might have been talking about AA or something like that. I don't know. Speaking of AA, I might be getting off, actually. I actually need probably check out the Zoom meeting. I don't have Kent as the car, so I can't really go anywhere right now, so I'm just going to do that. I haven't been to a meeting since I've been back. God, he's such a big pussy. It's just people, man. It's cool. I'm okay. I'll be okay. I just feel better today. And a lot of that is, I let myself feel so bad that I feel better. So I hope that doesn't need to keep being a thing, but it might be to an extent. There's definitely still going to be bad days. Tomorrow might be a fucking terrible day for all I know. I'm not planning on it, but it might be. But that's the thing, it's like I've been saying for forever, I don't think I've actually ever said on here, but it's a very simple thing that I think a lot of people should live by, is just hope for the best, prepare for the worst, Someone in rehab was really going through something at one point, and they forgot about the hope for the best part, or they kind of were resistant to it, because it was kind of a default for them. And you never know the moment you're going to kind of get over that. And you just one day he was watching a movie, and there was something about the movie and the story, the El Camino Christmas, I think was the movie, is on Netflix. But this shit just kept happening to this dude that none of it was his fault, and it just kind of like it clicked for this guy, Mark, in my rehab, and he was just like, huh. It's the darndest thing. So I guess that's kind of what my fear was yesterday about what I was getting in my head. It's like, I knew I was doing what I was always doing about getting to whatever, but like, I wasn't being, I was in fear of like, I don't know, of it persisting, obviously, but like, that I wasn't gonna, because I knew I was gonna have the aha moment, but I just didn't know when it was coming. And that scares the shit out of me. It always does. That's the scary part about surrendering, is like, when you surrender, it's just, it it's gonna look like however it's gonna look like. That's basically what you're doing, is just being just okay with things going as they're going right now, instead of trying to be so controlling about it. But like, that's, you spend so much of your life in that mode of always trying to control things. You've done that for so long. That doesn't just disappear overnight. It's a thing you gotta work at and chip away. Yeah. And I'll remember to take it one step at a time instead of trying to do everything at once. It's like, because I think I realized this before I turned this camera on. It's like, I just purely focused on that bookshelf, and that's all I did. I wasn't so focused on the music, anxiety about that, and like, possible hiring producers, or training myself to really legit become one, or anything like that, or, my Batman cosplay, or any of this other shit. I was just building a bookshelf. That was it. And yeah, no, I just felt okay doing that. Yesterday I was fucking with it, but there were so many other things in my head while I was doing it. But today, I don't know, it was just kind of like I caught myself slipping or caught myself lacking on the whole thing I always thought was so important, which is be super, mindful of literally everything. And I just, well, not mindful, but like, I don't know, just like, for some reason there was this comfort I used to have, or still kind of have, in thinking about everything all the time, instead of just doing the thing you're doing right now. Because guess what? Those other things aren't going anywhere, so there's no reason, you just kind of gotta do what you're doing at that time, then move on to the next thing, then move on to the next thing. Yeah. And apparently some of this is also like maybe symptoms of ADHD. My therapist was talking about doing an evaluation for me, which is possible that I have that. It's, I don't know. The caffeine thing's kind of weird, because usually, like, for normal people, it makes them super, let's go. And then for like ADHD people, it calms them down. For me, it's like this weird combination. I'm just like, I'm sensitive to it, but at the same time, there are times where I'm like, it actually somehow helps my anxiety. It's really weird. Well, part of the reason I think it helps my anxiety is just because I'm used to it, and if I go without it, the withdrawals are worse. But like, I don't know. Yeah. God, this is terrible camera. Here I am. A little better, not by much.
Still miss my hair.
Yeah. So that's my update, I guess. Yeah.
How y'all doing?
I don't know if anyone will comment on this video, but how are you doing? Does any of this apply to you? That's my thing. It's like, I hope one day I'm able to reach more people. And yeah. Yeah, I don't usually get cigar sickness. That was like... This is the bookshelf I was talking about. I don't know if I'm going to keep it there or not, but there it is. There it is.